Hi Scorpio, welcome to your solar eclipse and Virgo reading. This is a new moon that is a cosmic catalyst, and for you it's happening in the 11th house, which is connected to friend groups, hopes, dreams, visions of the future. Let's see what the cards might want to say for what's coming in over the next 6 or so months. Woo. Okie dokie, we have the King of Swords, the Ten of Wands, and the Death card. Well, you've shown up in your reading, so I like that. Ooh, and I really like that with the Empress under the deck. Beauty. All right, the King of Swords, Gemini, Libra, Aquarius energy. Very much somebody who's a logical, clear thinker, not particularly emotional, just has a plan, sticks to it, very cut and dry. There's a lot of burden going on here, though, for whatever reason. Somebody's overwhelmed, full of baggage, a lot of Saturn energy with the Ten of Wands, which is a ton of hard work. But with death showing up on the scene, that is beautiful because that means that will be ending. There'll be a transition out of that. The hard work will pay off with the Empress. This is an elevation of growth, abundance, creative and material success. I will mention with the Death card that Mars, your ruler, is going into your sign the day following this eclipse, September 22nd. So this is going to bring in a surge of energy where you might have been like laid down with burdens and baggage. This is going to help you bring the drive and the determination and empowerment. You might be able to feel more magnetic, active, passionate. Venus is also in the 11th house, so there could be something blossoming in terms of the future. Why the King of Swords? Page of Swords, figuring something out. More Gemini, Libra, Aquarius, figuring out how to charge forward. That's what I'm talking about with that surge of energy with Mars going into your sign. This is going to bring the get up and go. And you're figuring out you or somebody else. I don't know if you're dealing with an air sign or if you're embodying this, but the Page of Swords is figuring out clearly what they can do to release the burden. Talk about the Ten of Wands here. Sag and Saturn energy. It's the Queen of Wands. Okay, Aries, Leo, Sagittarius. So Queen of Wands and the Four of Wands. Interesting. Queen of Wands is a very dynamic, creative, passionate, inspiring energy. They bring the fun, they bring the party, and they're nothing but a good time here. And they pair well, actually. King of Swords and Queen of Wands pair really quite well together. It's that fire and air, combustible energy. With the Four of Wands, this is a celebration energy. It's the energy of home and taking something up to the next level. However, there's a burden, there's guilt, and there's some type of overwhelm in terms of this Queen of Wands and the Four of Wands that needs to be healed with the Star and the King of Swords. Really figuring out a plan for hope, healing, renewal. It looks like there's been a bit of a bumpy road here, but there's a desire to like patch things up and bandage things, but somebody's getting in their own way. Why is death here? Scorpio energy of death. Something is done and over. Whew. Five of Swords is what's created this brutally painful ending with the Ten of Swords under the deck. Five of Swords is Aquarius energy, also Gemini energy here. A lot of air energy popping in today. This is a selfish narcissist. They only look out for number one. They will do whatever it takes, no matter the consequences. And you know, it looks like a victory on the surface, but the cost is high. And it looks like the cost created a bunch of betrayal, a bunch of baggage, wounding, and a final ending. So that's intense. Now the King of Swords is trying to figure something out with the Page of Swords. What are they trying to figure out here? What is going on? What is going on with the King of Swords and the Page of Swords? Okay, so a recognition, Six of Wands, that there's a desire for a victory, a success, some type of achievement. They want to win. Again, with this winning energy, there could be a lot of ego in the way, and there's also a lot of nerves. We've got the Nine of Swords under the deck. Fear, anxiety, stress, fear of commitment, fear of relationships, fear of intimate partnerships with the Two of Cups and Temperance. This is what needs to be healed in a situation and worked through. Eight of Pentacles, Ten of Pentacles. So why is the Ten of Wands here with the Queen of Wands? Ten of Wands, Queen of Wands, please. Ten of Wands, Queen of Wands. My word. Three of Swords just came shooting out along with Justice there, upside down and over to the side. And a King of Pentacles under the deck, again with Star. And the Nine of Cups, double wish fulfillment energy. So somebody's feeling like a big bag of dirt over the heartbreak. Could have been a third-party situation that was caused here. We do have two Kings showing up and a Three of Swords. Never a good sign. Along with betrayal and a ton of guilt and baggage over super bad behavior. With the Justice energy, This is Libra. And actually, Mercury, the ruler of this solar eclipse, is in Libra, in your 12th house, working through spirit in unseen ways. Looks like to create some kind of karmic closure here. Closing the karma on soul contracts. Needing to take responsibility for hurts that have been caused. Figuring out how ego has gotten in the way. And it's interesting the King of Pentacles is under here because this is a stable, grounded, safe, and secure energy. And they want to heal. Wow. And now we have the King of Wands, the counterpart, looking over there at that Nine of Cups, wanting it. Sudden change with the Tower coming in. That's that Mars energy moving into your sign. Tell us about death and the Five of Swords. Judgment. Again, your energy. And we've got the King of Swords here repeating itself to close. Justice and judgment being called out big time by the universe for the bad behavior and now suffering the consequences of actions that have been done. Somebody is figuring out, this air sign is figuring out, recognizing what's been created here. And what's been created is that they lost probably the best thing in their life with the Empress. They see it. They see it clearly. And with the Magician underneath the deck, this is Mercury energy. Again, the ruler of this eclipse. This is about creating something, communicating something, maybe working with spirit in unseen ways. The Hierophant, yes, it can be marriage and higher levels of commitment, but can also be a sacred teacher and wisdom. So this is like really learning lessons the hard way. Wow. 10 of Cups underneath and the 9 of Pentacles. Can we get one more card for Justice and Judgment, please? Justice and Judgment, one more card. What? 5 of Swords repeating itself. Somebody really effed up. They did you wrong and they're paying for... Yeah, look at that with the Devil underneath. Toxic, shadow stuff. This is an energy vampire. This is an unhealthy attachment. This is shadow work that needed to be done. I think they're recognizing it. Are they working on it? Time will tell. Spirit Animal Oracle for Scorpio. The Seahorse Spirit. Time will tell is right. It says watch and wait. It's an 8. Of course, 8 relates to the 8th house, connected to Scorpio. Change, transformation, rebirth, and renewal. Underneath the deck, Eagle Spirit. Spirit has your back. It's a 23. Reduces to a 5. Talking about change. Hilarious. Your message from the Seahorse Spirit is not my circus and not my monkeys. The best way to serve yourself and others right now is to remain calm and simply watch and see. No matter what others do, your challenge is to be non-reactive and not take their words or behaviors personally. I know that can be easier said than done, trust me. Their turbulence, though, may have little to do with you, so remain neutral until you know more. And the Eagle Spirit raises you above it all, helping you conquer fear, overcome adversity, and remind you that you are meant to fly. Soar over the troubles and see the big picture, yet retain your eagle eye. That is your reading, Scorpio. I do hope it helped. If it did, please don't hesitate to hit like and subscribe. I'm also open for personal readings. If you're interested, you can hit up my link in the bio, and I will see you again real soon.